here on Vertigo to decide if we can still see ATK put up a fight here in the upper bracket. Got some pretty quick B or A maneuvers, I should say, here from ATK, and it should be familiar signs for them as they've been able to deal with this once before on their CT side. They look to deal with it once again.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty stock standard for your pistols on Vertigo, isn't it? Full-on brawls over towards the A site, so much in fact that ATK don't even have a single resource over towards B. If Pain Gaming were to head in that direction, boy, would they be shell-shocked. But Swisher, I thought he was going on a flank. No, quite the opposite, coming to join up with his forces on the A site. Nithon still yet to find anything. They are inches away from nothing but connections.
They're trying to get their way towards site. There's one through the smoke, though, finally found out. Odin gonna find multiples as well. They're lighting this one up. The dualies are in as well. Neck is left last man standing with an instant ATK. They have themselves a pretty lights out site defense here. We'll see what Neckis can gather.
If I'm not mistaken, ATK ended off their CT side of Vertigo 11-4 up, yes?
11-4 or 12-3. I can't remember.
Well, if there's one thing I see for Pain being a problem, it's the fact that their T side just wasn't that great. Like, let's not pull any punches. It struggled a lot. So if that happens again on Vertigo, would not be shocked to see us go to a decider.
Yeah, they've got to get something going on this T side. I'm with you, right? They really struggled to get activated here. And what ATK has proven is that their CT sides are very solid, so there could be a little bit to worry about. The dualies are in play. But only one set of dualies. That's all they have to work with.
Well, I like the proactivity already starting off strong from ATK. You can see they are not going to give them respect for free. You're going to have to earn it and demand it. You're not going to do so in a round like this. So smart as well from ATK. I assume this is intentional that they have the MP9s leading the charge. You want to have these MP9s farming up all the extra cash. And still, that's exactly what happens, actually. It's only SMG kills in this round.
Everything according to plan right there. The ATK boys.
Building up an empire of cash.
Oh, they are. See what they do with that empire. So they got 8Ks to deal with here. These are always the risks that I talk about with investing heavily into these MP9 purchases. It doesn't really leave you too good off into these first gun rounds here. But look at this nade stack. Oh my god, that's going to do a lot of damage. What?
Yeah, what was that?
I was wrong. I was mistaken here. They're going to walk two-man in towards this
What
stack
the?
with 3 players in the mid. Did they make it past?
I've not seen something that ballsy before. Just drop a smoke in and just gun it in the ladder, bro. But no, I mean, I've learned from my little bit of wise days of doing this that I just can't call nade damage anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't work.
All of that $600 spent and so far nothing to make of it. MOTM gonna drop early. He's fallen victim. And they recover off the back of that.
We're about to find out. Because again, we think of the struggles that ATK feel it was a majority of the time when they were down in a man disadvantage. Fady still wants to make up for the lost ground. I think we saw this duel against Godsent and it didn't go well for him. Now, it's a bit of a different synopsis, a bit of a different scenario as maybe they haven't done well to buy time on the site, but he is going to be able to activate in on this flank before things go too far awry. Fady and Bodenmaster in a completely different world from one another, but still an opportunity for them. The MP9 able to find success in side hall, and now this flank really gets to dig its heels into the round. Necky's so far distracted on the elevator push that he's going to be completely negligent of a player on the flank. So now for Big, the win condition is pushing down the CT member and seeing if you can't crack your way into that B site.
Oh, Bigu buying valuable time off the clock right here. He's going to go back in towards A. This is called in. Boden. He's going to make his way in towards B, but now he's been able to successfully plant. He's going to get around this corner, though, and not so successfully. He is able to drop the first. That's a good start, but Fady's on full HP. He's very healthy, but no kit. A full 10-second defuse, a smoke for the bomb, and some spam to catch him off guard. ATK, they continue their flawless streak with Fady and Boden pulling off some serious heroics.
And you really thought that he would have been good to win that round, but no, Fady holding down the fort with a third in a row for ATK. After that fiery start that we've seen from them this entire day and this entire event, look, I'm loving it. Like, I absolutely love watching their defense. It is so interesting and fun.
Certainly is. A lot of excitement. I mean, right there, I mean, Ian missed him. Holding down the fort there with a big multi-kill with an MP9 spray down versus 2 AKs heading his way. They're able to convert a 4v5. So a huge accomplishment here early on. Again, if they can keep that momentum up, carry it forward off that bonus round that they've just accomplished, then sky's the limit here to try and pull this one back. Swisher, though, I think that's been confirmed here. Some molly damage heard ticking.
Oh, and look at that nade kill. Already connects for a first. Big opener for ATK, and now they just look to back away. Swisher, we remember in the previous affair when they were on Vertigo, he was the man to keep your eye on for the CT side, consistently delivering on openers, multi-kills, trades, the whole 9 yards over at Vramp. And, well, it doesn't seem like he'll be doing that much this time. Bowden currently the highlight and stealing the show away. As this op has gone good for at least the one. Even burning in the Molotov. PKL, I thought he was just dead to rights.
Could have been spammed down here, but instead Swisher going to look to take some fights off some of these gaps. Gets caught jumping, but it's no sweat. There's no worries. They got themselves a 3-on-5, and he's just going to get out of dodge with this advantage and a little bit of information confirmed.
Well, Odin Master trying to still post up on the angle. He wants to make use of this op still, even with 40 seconds to go. He knows that with the lackluster set of utility they've got, he can just continue to push the envelope. One kill comes back, but that's still not going to be enough. Bowden, not too timid to fall off of the angle yet, but maybe he should have been, because not only is that a trade delivered, but op is unrecoverable. It's fallen off the map. As they exchange Molotovs and smokes, Main Gaming still have a question to ask themselves. Where do they go? Because there was a time in a world where they could have gone straight towards the B site, but no. At this point, there's not enough of that to go opposite directions. You just have to plan in from side hall and even tapping it down to try to find a spam. Good connection from Nathan, who single-handedly brought this round back with 3.
Oh, but the bombs would drop.
That might be it.
10 seconds left. They don't have enough time, do they? There's a flank coming through as well, and that's not going to be expected. Nathan trying to play off his teammate, but no, he flanked out. PKL left into the 1v2, and that's going to be death in the chaos right there for Pain Gaming.
We're seeing the same struggles for them. The exact same ones. They just look sloppy on this offense. I think you highlighted that in the previous round, or in the previous map. It's like ATK, without that lingering massive deficit at the start over their heads, it's like, what is this team going to look like? So far, it's scary.
Certainly is. Got themselves that early success. Did have to reinvest into that op, which is a silver lining here. And all these bomb plants that Pain Gaming are getting are netting them constant investments. So you imagine if they're able to get off that 0 mark and finally win a round, it's going to apply some pressure. It's going to give them opportunities to start getting that round count, but they still have to find it. They have to find their first. And they haven't been able to do so far. Swisher looks to keep that a truth here with some aggression out towards yellow. Oh my god.
So good from Swisher, man. It's a slam dunk from the Swish himself. And now they back away in a 5-on-3, already decimated. Pain in this exchange continuously lose. And you look at ATK CT side, I think the reason they're so good is because they never just do the same thing over and over again. There's so many teams who will get in this groove of just being comfy with this thing, working, you know, maybe a setup as well, or is working well a couple of times, so they keep doing it and doing it. Eventually, they just get hard countered, and they don't have time to respond. That's not what ATK do. They keep you on your toes. We just see Swisher, every round he's doing something different. He's being proactive in his own ways, and so are ATK around the map. They're always figuring out what's going on. They're always changing around the setups, so Pain never really get a chance to adapt to it.
Yeah, that's the Swisher of old Vertigo, too. Of the last series they were playing versus Godsent, that's exactly what he was doing all day on ramp. Just running it down, finding multi-kills, being an X factor that is really, it feels like near impossible to deal with when he's highlighting. Boost going in. Looks like they're back-to-back right now.
This round isn't impossible if they can find the opener quickly at the B site, but they've wasted a lot of time in a majority of these rounds and not really found all that much success. That's some success, though. Put that in your pipe and see where it goes. Bowden Master, though, still posted up on the corner. Could put a quick end to this round, or not if he misses the shot. Flank still being delivered from Mistum, so this round won't be getting too far out of hand. The bomb should be denied here shortly, or maybe not. No, Bowden 1v2 to deny them of their clean streak. Oh, Lord. A combined total of 30 health, and the op against the world. It's not necessarily the weapon you'd want for the tally mark, and apparently he can make the jump, but it's only to his own demise. Upgrading to the op. Pain finally get on the board.
Not like that. Not a 4v2. What on earth was that? Swisher. He starts off the round perfectly. Finds the double entry right there. 5-on-3 instantly. They find another kill off the back of it. But a 4-on-2 made easy from Paint Gaming. And I'm just left scratching my head as to exactly how they got away with that easily.
Yeah, I gotta wonder, where did that go so wrong? I mean, Swisher doesn't even fall when he finds those 2 frags. He gets away. Like, they don't trade him. He won the round with that play. That was it. That was the round-winning play. But it just goes back to it, and I keep beating the dead horse on this one. ATK, the spacing is really bad. They always allow these little gaps in the defense just to maybe, like, if you find this pick, it's not really going to be tradable. That's... a lot of the times, if you watch ATK, that's usually something that's going to be a fact. Just watch individual players, and you'll start to see it, too. There's one of them. I mean, sure, this is a bit of I don't even know. I wanted to call it a fill-in round, but no, this is a 4-spy. So it's like, the fact is, there's 2 in mid, and nobody's close enough to trade Fady.
Wow. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. I mean, if this is going to be the resurgence that is offered up here for Pain Gaming, this is what I was talking about. All of this close rounds finally coming into call to a pistol 4-spy and 1 hero rifle from Bowden that's yet to really get started. They might assemble a boost here. It looks like what they're going to do, but they're already past this. Again, they're past this line. They're already up towards yellow. They're already up towards sandbags here. A bit scary.
Well, there is one chance to respond. That all depends on what Bowden's able to get done, and looks to mow down more than just the one. Combined with Mistum, somehow is able to bring this round back, and a beautifully placed flashbang might just lead to the undoing of him. Well, I say beautifully placed. Actually, it's quite the opposite, because it was thrown in by Pain themselves, trying to run away with the op. And they gave him a chance to win it. They really did, but he's just not able to vacate. ATK on a round they shouldn't be winning.
Wow. Bowden on the boost right there, able to find 2 kills. I really like how he played it, right? A lot of teams will just kind of hold up, post up right there, but he was actually crouching down, waiting for a little bit of noise and contact being made initially before actually going for that early fight. So, really, really cool stuff right there.
Well, now it's Pain's backs against the wall, because that, again, should have been a round they were easily able to convert. Not only do they find the opener, but they're going against pistols for the majority of it. Seems like they're a bit lackluster on the angles that they decide to clear out. Again, leads to the undoing of them. But I hope you see what I mean with the point I've been trying to make about ATK, like, where all these players are just essentially giving themselves up, taking super risky duels that don't really benefit them as much as they would hurt them. Just want you to keep your eye on that.
On it. Shell. On this half by here, a heroic rifle brought in from Nekas as ATK have just given themselves a big bolstering right there with that victory. They could have
just peppers off shots in the side hall for nothing to connect.
Yeah, they could have really fallen victim to a little bit of that slow economy as well. Ooh, spam. Good connection.
I love this boost from Bowden's too. So commonly these smokes thrown through, so it's the perfect hard counter for it. He maybe even will find one above the smoke, if not more. Nah, just falls off. Don't get too greedy. I like that from Bowden. No real reason to stick around, though. They've been able to get into the bomb site. They still aren't close enough to get the bomb down. A 1-for-1 trade, and you'll take that against the Tech 9, but maybe not so much that one, as this round looks to go a bit down the gutter.
Bomb plant. Okay, yeah, he did get it. For some reason, I thought he got off of it, but no. It is confirmed. So, again, small mission accomplished here. You would have liked to do some more economic damage. So one thing you don't want to allow is ATK to keep this momentum up, but I don't know if they can really stop it. Again, we're talking about some slight, sloppy mistakes coming through here from Pain Gaming. When we talk about, you know, peeking through before that left side smoke lands, it's a small detail, but that gives over a free pick from Bowden. And he's going to take those 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, easy does it. It's the specialty of the op. You ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers. That's really the moral of the story when you take a fight against that weapon. But running it back, you've got Bigu's era trying to put some aggression on the ramp, Rimmen. I mean, I guess it forces him away. You've gotten the space to work with. So better than it usually goes.
gathering some early information, but like you said, some pretty valuable space being created here towards the ramp side early on as well. A molly for Swisher. They're gonna spread. No, does force out a or smoke rather, to come through from mates alongside him. He's still tucked in towards sandbags as well. He's finally able to make his escape off of a flashbang. But in the meantime, you can see the proactivity here coming through from ATK. A push through middle, a fast flank potential, and he's going to clear out at the very least a whole lot of information to bring more rotation in towards that A side.
These where those solo plays do benefit you. Oh, I thought that was a missed molly by Payne. I'm not even going to lie. But still, they're able to inch their way closer into the site. A good flashbang could pretty much annihilate Swisher's campaign here. That would be a massive opener. But they're going to go peeking in instead. 1-for-1, needing a second. Brady doesn't allow him to deliver. And it looks like Payne are going to be swept away from yet another rifle round bomb. Not even going to be planted, or at least I'd assume. And that's a big whiff for him. If he was able to find that kill, I mean, maybe there was a chance for them to convert here. But no, you're getting flanked from every which way. You're going to have to fight your way into a save, which you won't get. 7-1 now going against them as they're 1 away from taking the half.
Making it happen right here. 7-1. Scrolling you know and love. Not Payne Gaming. They're not loving this at all. They're getting locked out, and this is the ATK that we just got to see up against Godsent. This time, though, you know, we do have Swisher being a pretty effective force in some of these rounds, but Mr. Ben, he stepped up, picked up the pieces right where they've left off. So a run boost here with the hero rifle. It's been spotted, though. Mod have seen it.
Oh,
that's an
my.
easy pick. He'll take that fight any day of the week.
And if you're Payne, what do you need to walk away from this half with to consider it all done and dusted? Because I don't expect them to win the T side of things. I didn't really expect that coming in. But I'm thinking, like, what is it going to take for them to be like, okay, yeah, this should be our game when it comes to the CT side? Because right now it looks like it's the ATK show.
Sure does. I mean, I would say you get 5 rounds and maybe you can feel comfortable, at least somewhat, but even still, that's a bit bleak here. They just need to find something here soon. Look at the setup they're going to walk into. This surely isn't going to be the right target. Bowden going to fire away with an easy pick, and they're not going to clear Swisher. They're not going to expect him to be posted up close by. And the trades are in. Big Boo finally does find it, but it's a little bit too late. He'll find another at least. Dropping that AWP, and maybe you could toss that out of the map.
I don't think this is all that unwinnable. I mean, there's a couple of 1v1 picks to find around it. He will end up tossing the big boy, green boy out of the map. So, as you said, you're right on that one. But he's still going to try to work apart these 1v1s. Like, yeah, sure, there's 2 players on the A site defense, but the fact is, there's plenty of leeway to find these opening picks and make this clutch a reality. I think if there's one of the most winnables we've seen this game, this series, it's probably this one. But that shot meant everything, and Modem won't allow it. A double goes back their way, and ATK convert the half regardless.
Taking that 8th right there, sealing the deal. And once they get past that 10 mark, I feel like anything extra that you can find is going to be just so welcomed. It's going to be pretty dominant.
Yeah.
It's going to be the response. Nithon on the op. Sure, that's good. You forced that reinvestment coming through from Bowden, and you're doing okay in some of the economic damage, but you need to find something. Again, they would have really liked to have had that 2 rounds in a row where ATK force spot, but they couldn't find that. Swisher's moved right past that offline and is going to peek in early towards PKL. He still wins the duel, though.
It's a good start for Payne. Something that seems uncommon for the most of this T side that we've seen, but it still needs to be closed out because there have been moments where they find opening picks and just haven't gone good enough for the kill. Not that much utility left in store for ATK, so that's another thing you can look forward to for Payne Gaming because, again, they still need to get the ball rolling on this T side.
Yeah, opening pick is so welcomed here, but in terms of converting, there's still a lot more left to deal with here, a lot more presence that you're going to have to fight your way through. Bowden has full control of the ramp here pretty much single-handedly, has that cross, has that sight line with the AWP, and he has been missing on these tripwires. He's been sharp as ever. Oh. What a molly.
Yeah, it's kind of sick. But a sick molly isn't going to save him. Gonna need a little bit more than that to win me, and I assume the chat over with you. But now they're transitioning over towards the B site with only 2 on the initial defense. It's Modem and Fady. We've seen them here before, and We know what they can be like. Modem, he wanted to go for some re-aggression, but missing the jump. There's no real reason to overcommit there. 26 seconds to go, and the remainder of their utility is going to be used to keep him out of these bomb sites. But Modem, he's the only one left here in the Oz. He's the only one without it. So his only job is to stay alive and fly for some extra rotations, assist some bodyguards on their feet back into the B site, but they're wrapping him down, and the smokes have already bloomed in. Fady around the generator, though, has still got something to say about this round. Not enough. Missed him. All alone, and I think he's just done with this one. Yeah, maybe you're able to find a kill or two, but PKL denies, and Pain finally get back on the board.
I think that came down to a really bit of fortunate timing. You talked about missing that jump right there for Modem. I don't even know if he missed it. I think he was just trying to spot out a little information, and as he spotted out nothing, his rotator, his mid player, rotated off of B and in towards that A side, thinking that that was where the presence lied in for Pain Gaming off the back of that molly that forced Bowden off. So every step of the way, you're seeing Pain Gaming throw in some really good fake utility to punish Modem testing again. The water's here early on, but Hard South keeps him at bay with some fire through that wood wall. What? Fady? Oh, surely he doesn't go down this ladder.
Surely not, right? But no, they know. They know. You can see Big Uzera, he's 100% confident they pushed up in the middle. And at some point, right, one of my friends put this in a way that made it easy to understand for me. ATK have a really good play style of being unpredictable. But that unpredictable play is usually something aggressive. So eventually it's like, actually, I'll hold on to that thought, because Bowden Master and Co are about to get destroyed in middle, apparently. That's just the craziest couple of frags I've ever seen, I think. Modem, once again, still tucked into the B-site defense, and he knows about the crunch coming through in middle. Nekis, has he been spotted? Well, not just yet. Molotov tick to give it all away, or just the spotting in general. B-site ripped wide open, and ATK may lose interest in this retake.
Yeah, I certainly should. This is finally come calling the economy here. As Pain Gaming have done it, they've won 2 in a row. Up against ATK when it didn't seem possible. It didn't seem like that was going to be something that they could do this half, but finally. It should be a cracking of that economy here. Guess bar the saved rifles of Swisher and missed them.
But, as I was saying earlier, the way that it was described was, well, in different terms, but I'll friendly it up. So, it's kind of like their play style is like, at random points in time, slamming their fist on the table. Right? And you can't predict it. It's random. But that's only to an extent. Eventually, you're going to be in a certain situation where you say, all right, well, he's going to start slamming his fist now. So you just kind of wait for that. And I assume that's what Pain have caught on to. Because you can see they're always weary about these aggressions around the map. You had Biguzera 100% confident a flank was coming through in mid. You had people holding for a stairs push. You had people posting for a ramp push. And I always like to say you got to figure out what's going on as a CT on this map, but solo aggression usually is not the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. Paint Gaming.
What is this? Oh
Stack?
my god, that's so sick, but it's not going to work, dude. I hate it. I hate it. I wish it worked.
Well, write this one down for your MM games here. Gotta have. It's crucial that you have one player spotting though, because look at this. Nekas is gonna slip through ladder. Oh god. See, I just want Nekas to like walk to his left a little bit, spot Swisher out, and then be like, "Oh, someone's boosted." Come on now. How patient can you be?
Come on, Nekis, go back. Go back to T-spawn.
They've got B.
Go back to T-spawn.
They're gonna see this soon.
No, Big, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be an enemy of the people. Even if you win the round, I don't care. Just somebody walk into the booth. You're so lame.
Oh no.
So lame,
No
man.
way.
Come on.
No way. It happened, man. The mid player there that was covering the ladder had to rotate towards B because of the noise, and then Nekas just slips right on through. Oh no. What a disaster. But I like the idea.
I do. And like, here's the thing. Maybe that wasn't spotted. Now, I know Nekis killed all 3 of them, but maybe they just think they were going for a weird boost in middle to try to catch them off on the off angle. Whereas, seeing deep into spawn. So, Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a chance that works in the future. But right now, what's working out for Pain is all this solo aggression. They keep winning these 1v1s, and ATK's responses have been lackluster.
Slow down just a little bit there. That's a great flash setup as well from Nithon to allow for PKL to push that smoke. More aggression, though, coming forward here. Oh, I think a barrel's been shown. A little bit of shoulder from Hard Zal.
Maybe something to work with. Way to bring this back. But again, this is what I'm saying, that whole, oh, well, here comes the fist slamming, because Pain, with that opening pick and with all that momentum they had attributed up in the early parts of the rounds, just wait. Somebody's got to make a response. Somebody's going to do it. About identifying where that response is going to be made.
I know Mistim's tucked in towards sandbags here. The smoke for the molly is going to confirm that. And in that, they might have called in for rotations. Modem's just used his molly towards B as well. So they're going to start to retake this ground. Not a lot of presence here to be known. Mistim's going to find a kill, though. And they're stacking towards B. So
well read by ATK. This should be a lockdown round so long as Modem doesn't get absolutely deleted, but easier said than done, I guess. Still yet to be spotted, and Chaos will start to incur, but it unpans the way of Pain, or at least I'd argue for the time being. Now all of a sudden 1v2 for Nithon and his op, as he knows a player's stacked behind the generator. Good flash to come through CT, and they line up for him. Nithon takes them both with glee. Pain on 5, and the op recovered.
I can't believe he just made that play, man. What a wild play to make. But Nithon dropping the op, dropping his trusty firearm right there for the A1S and the proactive play. Exactly what's needed right there from Pain Gaming. That clutch factor that was missing in the early half, right? They just couldn't seem to win a clutch. Now they can't stop winning them. And a 1v2 from Nithon confirms it here. Now pistols in play for ATK. You don't welcome it. You don't like their odds, but maybe Fady looking to flip the script there with a nice opening 1D and a rifle retrieved.
What have you done, Nexner? You've cursed it. Now it almost is bound for an ATK success rate. Did they not see that? I thought they saw the footstep in this boat. PKL? Oh, I see it now. There's no way. There is just no way Swisher did that to him in almost double time. You know about a player being low still? Bowden's got the Zeus in arms too, so it's not like this is impossible. Now, I know you look at the weapons and think this one's one-sided, but I assure you that is completely wrong. There is more than a chance here for ATK. It's almost an entire window saying, come walk through this. Oh, not anymore.
I was with you. I started to believe. But maybe I'll believe once again here. Fady lighted up the server for one very early on. He's going to drop the bomb towards side L. Surely not. He doesn't get traded out as well. He picks up the AWP, but oh, quick on the trigger. His neck is to save the day there. Now Modem left into a 1v2 of his own. Try and pull this one back. He's going to dive through the smoke. He's going to wait it out. Meanwhile, one slipped right on by. No one confirmed. No one spotted just yet. Neck is going to turn his back. But what is that? The Eagle betrays him. And he's going to drop. That's 6 on the board now for Pain.
Oh, it's a cruel mistress, that Deagle is. It's a cruel mistress. But, yeah, I think this is enough for Pain to find success. I really do. I mean, I think it does come down to what ATK we see. Again, we spoke of their T side earlier, and it looked pretty good. Like, we can't count it out. But obviously, there's that lingering fact that Pain's defense seems to be on a different level. And if they pull that into this game, it doesn't really matter what ATK throw out of the hat.
They're trying to do a run boost here. And look at the setup that they've got currently going on the CT side. Okay, no, I don't think they're doing it anymore.
Yeah, even doing it late would have been worth. I'm with you.
It would have been sick, right? Both of them would have had their backs turned. Not expecting that. Maybe it wouldn't have worked out, but still would have been a cool attempt.
Yeah. Usually you don't see it have that much impact. Because it's like, you got a lot of factors going to a round like that happening. So it's like, first, the CTs have to be intent on taking the steps control. Then you've got to, be intense on going for the run boost. Then you got to make the run boost. Then they got to hold on to the control as well. So it's very rare that you see it, and I would go for it.
About a minute left on the clock. They've used a lot of their smokes. In fact, every last one of them. No more left, but it has netted them an opening pick, so you'll welcome that. And another one. Swisher dinky down the op of Nithon, and Mistim's not happy with just finding a couple of those openers. He wants a whole lot more. Gonna drop the bomb. gonna drop his gun in the meantime there. Almost finds Bigu. But I think the damage has been done. I think the job nearly finished. Swisher just left to confirm it here with 2 more around the corner. Art's now gonna drop him, but that's so much damage done. You need to convert those kills cleanly if you want a chance at pulling off a 2-on-3, and there's 2 on the flank.
Yeah, this one's next to impossible. I mean, a 2-on-3 wouldn't be that unlikely. It's just the health that they've got to work with makes it next to nothing in the chances category. I mean, if he finds the Opera in CT spawn, yeah, sure, there's a shot, but I think it's just about improving the KD at this point, and that's not going to happen. ATK and 9-6 half, but still, enough rounds, I'd say, for Pain to try to make this one competitive.
I have to agree with you. Some improvement in that CT side there for ATK. We'll see if Pain Gaming can put up the same efforts in the second half right after the break. Back into things here with another pistol round and another opportunity for ATK to try and keep us in contention, try to take us into a map number 3 here. And we're going to meet head on here towards the A ramp very quickly.
Hey, closest half we've seen all day, and I'm all for it. Pain still, I'd say, potentially the favorites in a situation like this, depending on the CT side of the fair we see. But so far, not so good. I mean, 2-on-4, yeah, you got a couple of players low, but if you just trade it out into the site, that's really not going to matter. Hardzow left 1v4. He's the only one you didn't want in a situation like this. Without armor, he even panic jumps. I think he understands the end is near. And ATK waltz up to double digits.
In was near the end. Was Swisher right there, doling out a headshot to close it. ATK, they get off to a really hot start. Again, actually, their gun rounds were where they really thrived in versus Godsent rather. So kicking things off with a pistol victory, I feel like bolsters their chances, right? I mean, we talked about how Pain with a 6-round half should be, you know, not too worried, not too pressured. You're on Vertigo. With a pistol round, maybe they will start to worry. Maybe they will start to sweat.
I love this, too. There's so many teams that look at this scoreline and say, you know what, we have to buy. But not Pain. They're like, okay, well, let's just USP stack and hope for the best. So I will say, this boost may be good for one, depending on how well Bowden Master does or doesn't clear it. No way! PKL, a rookie mistake, costs him a kill.
Brutal stuff. USP's gonna work for some damage towards mid. Oh my god, a double? That's 2 rifles retrieved now. And if you remember, you know, despite not getting that kill, PKL did a lot of damage. So 1 player down low and in the HP bar department. This B fake that they've been throwing through CT spawn. Ooh.
That wasn't originally a flank or a fake. That was originally gonna be a B take till they realized all 4 players were grouped up towards middle and they said, "Get me out of there." Now they try to push the envelope and they found another pick. There's just simply no way, Exner. Both of them low. It's all up to Swisher. 1v3 in the middle of the site. They try to trade it out, but they miss. Swisher holds down the line and ATK refused to tremble.
You've got to be kidding me. Swisher. Another big clutch from this guy, man. Second 1v3 of the day. And he saves a day for ATK. What a round from him. Would not believe it. Now that one was pricey. It was scary. And that's going to allow for Pain Gaming to get a good buy up in this one, but at least you're increasing that round count, man, because Swisher just got away with robbery there.
That was full. I mean, it was full USPs, though. Like, there was not a dime invested for Pain in that round. So the fact that it's that close, it's still bad. Like, it's kind of ended off with a cherry on top, but it's a pea milkshake, if that makes any sense.
Do not want a pea milkshake.
Yeah, neither did ATK, but they kind of just have to sip it down now after the previous engagements. But Swisher, bro, well, I think he's single-handedly fixed the ice cream machine because he's making things look sweet as can be. Entering into the B site like it's no sweat. Still, again, you've got players on low health bars, but this native Nighthawk can prove to be a bit of a sticky situation. Still, you have to throw it onto the bomb plant, and now it's all up to him. The new shoe-in offer for Pain Gaming and ATK. Dude, they look like a different beast right now.
It's just it. They look lights out. This looked like such a good start. Now Nighthawk looking to seal the deal.
No
Can't
way.
do it. Beatty with the AK. And Nighthawk gonna hit the dirt, hit the deck. Think about the way they started that one off. 5v3. Pain Gaming, they had plenty of opportunities, a lot of damage done. It felt like that was going to be the perfect defense. It was Swisher that just pushed through the smoke and cracked that B side open. Again, he's making things look very sweet for ATK.
bittersweet too for Pain Gaming, where they found opening success. They found a lot of the opening prowess in most of these rounds, and they just aren't able to close it out. That's another example of it. It was a 4-on-3. But every kill from that point forward, all favoring ATK. Every single duel goes their way. Now it's just a fill-in save. You look for a couple of kills. You force some rebuys, but you cannot be hoping for a round conversion off of this. Or maybe you can with big fire and shots off like that. Bowden wants to ensure no AK's retrieval. And his mission's been accomplished. All 4 kills traded back out at the A site in Pain Gaming while they are again opening up for the first kill. It's just the late rounds that get to him.
Just it. Oh, we will see Hardzal be able to control that CZ from distance.
He saves this.
Yeah, easy calling. This is 13 for ATK. Hunt is on. Bowden echolocating his opposition.
Swah! You know, I'm trying to echolocate, but didn't
It's
go
crazy.
the way I wanted to.
I can see Anthran is on Discord off that.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't expose me.
I echolocated him to Discord. A Discord call with me. And in
Did
a map
you?
2 Vertigo.
Because I
ATK
called
and
you.
Pain.
I don't know who's echolocating who, but I was definitely the one who gave you the good old ringarooski.
I don't know about that. I feel like I called you.
Let me just check this really quick. Because I gotta be petty. Sorry, I'm scrolling up through endless hordes of Sonic emojis. Okay, that's besides the point. I don't know why you gotta be stooped this low.
I mean, came in swinging, and I was right once again. We'll see. We'll see if Pain Gaming can right the wrongs of this map right now, because it is looking a little bit bleak. This is scary stuff. They've won the first gun round. This one becomes a necessity. Otherwise, I feel like we're just going to set our sights elsewhere. We're going to set our sights too.
You might already be setting your sights to that third map. We might already be heading to the decider. Might already be Mirage served up for us. Lest they can respond back here. Lest this crossfire with Hardzal can pull off something we haven't seen yet. Bowden Master still allowed his survival in the middle of the site. Finally dropped. The mid-crunch seems to come through. Missed his footsteps very well and duly noted. This should be a free kill for Nithon. There's no way you drop a frag like this. There's just no way, and that's going to hold true. Now as it's up to Fady, he'll be spotted. Only one tag taken, but Hardzal's got the trade. ATK finally forfeit around on the T side.
Yeah, but it's still very close. It's a well-fought round, and they nearly found that B bomb set if it wasn't for PKL being sneaky as ever in that back default position. And if ATK want to right their wrongs there, they just throw a molly towards default, and they just find a free bomb site. Swisher even found that sick entry, that 180 flick. But right now he's on to a Deagle relegated to that, and so maybe there's an opportunity. Maybe Pain Gaming, they don't have to look to that third just yet. Maybe they have a little fight left in him here on map number 2.
Of course you hope, but still ATK just looks so rock solid on this T side. I'm really not too sure. Utility, I guess it's about even for both squads, but the fact of the matter is Pain don't really have that many kits to work with, so I guess you've got Big Uzera with one, but he's the only player who's probably gonna like fall early or within the round. So I feel like this is the last player you'd want having a kit.
At least you found an opening here. Oh, God, Bowden. Looking to fire away with the AWP. Got a nice flash setup right there. Nithon, not scared of the up presence. It's just going to peek for an early one. Modem going to drop as well. And 5-on-3. Chances here are increasing for Pain Gaming to close this one out. Going to go and try and retrieve that AK here, but they're going to meet a player on an off angle here. Quite a wide one, but Mystic going to boost up as well. Oh, but sent right back down.
Good stuff from PKL again, keeping on his toes. 40 seconds left. ATK, I don't really think they're looking to contend for a round anymore. I think it's all about doing some extra damage. You know, Pain Gaming have taken a couple of blows from the previous affairs, so anything here helps your cause in the future. But ATK, you can already see they're kind of transitioning back towards T-spawn. I assume they're calling a save, but at the same time, I wonder, is this going to be worth it? I understand you don't get enough money back from the loss bonus, even if you were at max, to make up for the losses you're going to be taking in just the money that you lose here. But it's more so in the fact that by saving both of these guns, by keeping 2 of your players at spots where they can't buy in the next round, you force everybody to invest around it, meaning you're probably working on a full buy with an op and an AK. That's it.
Yeah, but if there's 2 players right now that you're going to trust with a rifle and an op, right? Wouldn't it be Bowden and wouldn't it be Swisher to try and close out a random pull out of the hat round with such limitations? I feel like these 2 can get the job done. So I get the risk here, but it could come calling to Pain Gaming that they've allowed for Swisher and Bowden to get out. They can get off to an early start here.
Well, it's what you're going to need if you want to convert on a round like this. The buy hasn't actually come through, so I wonder if ATK's only goal is to just try to get the bomb down. That might actually be the case. Oh, my lord, dude. I saw Neckies lining up the perfect pre-fire, and I really thought for a second he had it.
Yeah, you might be right. You want to do some economic damage, you want to get those numbers punched in. Those 2 are the goals in a round like this. And a boost up for Swisher. Off the flash here. A lot of pressure going to be put on Hardzao. If he goes wide, he'd be caught off guard. There's no real support.
Oh, this fight is so big. Swisher wins it. No surprise there. But to go into the site, they're going to have to go charging up through a Molotov, and Swisher doesn't have the HP to contend. Keeping the rifle on him is just so impactful. Okay, Beatty. I feel like you're taking a lot more damage than was necessary, but Zera's just falling at that B site. Flank is still potentially coming through. You've got Nithon creeping down the cards of the A ramp, but it's going to be a full-out brawl at the B site. This is where the stack's going to come through in full force. It either works or doesn't. I mean, simple as that.
That's what they're hoping for. But they're actually going to tuck tail. They're going to try their luck towards Nithon. Oh, and this gets a bit scary. Nithon can line them up. There's a lot of low HP bars. One drops early, but he gets a smoke out? Surely not. That's such a disastrous mistake right there. They're going to make the rotations, and Nekis has come on in quickly towards this defense. And again, those low HP bars are something to keep an eye out for. But if they can do out a headshot, it can be done. Dusted Nekis holds steady. They might double back. No, there's only 15 seconds. They might have time for this.
Can they? I don't think they can, especially considering he's walking. He's walking back to the B site. I don't think he's going to be able to get this in time. Yeah, what is going on? I don't... Does he? No, he doesn't. The round is done. Pain have won the round by something completely out of their control.
Oh, no. He was walking. I think you're right. Mistim was certainly hitting that shift key. They had to jump the gun. They had to pull the jets out for that. And they just played it a second too late. A second too slow right there. Pain Gaming. The round count continues to rise here. And so does this awkward buy. The continued saves now are causing some pressure. But again, I mean, it was Swisher and Bowden that kicked off. That was a 5v3.
Yeah, but Pain, they're one of those teams that's really going to let you feel the gravity of the mistakes you make, especially one like that. So I'd imagine this is going to start their campaign off in style, like very, very good at exploiting mistakes made by the opposition. Nithon just playing his default angles towards the B ramp. Just chilling, waiting to see if anybody peeks in through the sandbags. But nothing comes through. Utility favoring the likes of Pain in a situation like this is they just want to hold on to map control, really.
They have a lot of it. You're going to see Nekis actually take some repositioning towards the ramp, but nothing confirmed here. And again, you don't really feel comfortable jump spotting with Bowden being ready with that AWP. A flash is perfectly placed to keep him at bay, but again, if you want to keep testing the waters here, you got to be careful about how you play it. Swisher, I walk right into it. It's going to be on the money.
I love that A1S players have to do that. They have to just stare up so they don't get their barrel spotted. Well, anywho, I'm worried about the health right now. Hard's out, the only one without damage-inducing utility, and he's just going to hold for this mid-flank. Molly to come in and deny that plant for the time being. You still have to just wait it out. Buy some time. Beatty in middle, and that's so unfortunate. PKL wanted to swing through, and that would have been a round-deciding pick, a round-changing, influencing frag. Zera, I think he's dumped in the remaining of pieces of his Molotov, and he's still got a nade to bounce in, so depending on who plants this bomb, this could still go a bit awry. Bowden holding it with the op, and again, this means everything. They're going to play post-plant.
Never comes in. PKL was committed towards B, so the post plan's got to be confirmed here. A hard retake in the cards. They show no interest.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's so unfortunate. Like that pick in middle means everything. Hard's out. He was literally holding for a mid push. then geared up to throw a flash into the site. And, I mean, in response, you saw Big Uzera, or rather it was PKL, I believe, was walking back in elevator. Like, he was walking back in elevator to go peek in the middle and assist his teammate, but he just barely said to himself, I'm just gonna hold on to the A site. And in doing so, he let his teammate die. That would have been a free pick in a 3-on-3.
Yeah, there's some very awkward ideas that are being thrown in the cards there for Pain Gaming. I'm not sure what to expect right now. I mean, some late dry re-aggression of the ramp control when they were throwing such good utility just seconds prior. But at the moment, they're falling flat here, and ATK getting closer and closer to 16.
Yeah, you're running out of chances to let these mistakes slide and slip. The MP9 thankfully going to open things up, but you need more to be delivered. Big right there to do it. And now with full B steps control, ATK might feel pressured to make something a bit too quirky happen. PKL still up in middle with the nade pulled out. And it's not the best way to win around, my friend. Sticks to his gun, spots out Fady, backs in towards elevator, and lets ATK start to cement themselves further in. Necky's falling has granted them leeway into a bomb site, though.
Ooh, but sticking his shoulder out a little bit too wide. Nithon. Oh no, the molly has been misplaced. And a shot through the smoke actually does a lot of damage to Nithon, but it allows him to stay standing. Recovery being made as well. Fady can just pepper in a couple of shots, allow him dead to rights, but instead takes another fight. Takes another victory there as well. But a trade from PKL is good. And the kill comes through from Nithon as well. It's a nice shot.
We're back to a 4-round deficit. And again, it's at the end of the game. The very bitter finale. ATK, we've seen them here before. And boy, would it be heartbreaking to drop it again. But this time, they're the ones 4 rounds in the driver's seat looking to close it out instead of trying to work from the back burner.
Don't want to allow for Pain Gaming to get back. I think you said it nicely when, you know, if you do make mistakes here in the late game, they're going to make sure you know. But look at this. Maybe some mistakes in the Pain Gaming camp. No one covering mid. A 1-for-1 trade is so needed here in a round like this. Poden, where's he got himself tucked into? How much can he gather off this one kill?
Lord. No!
Oh, the Glock. The Glock is so rough sometimes. Can't find it. No luck there.
He's gonna pull his knife shenanigans again.
Ooh.
It's so unfortunate. That should have been a free kill for him. But now it's a free round for Pain. I mean, again, past that kill, it's like, where do you think that's really gonna go? So, you know, I guess it still was probably gonna be a Pain round, but you know, 11-14.
11-14. Another kind of awkward buy here with the Galeals in the mix, and no op for Bowden. Pain Gaming clawing their way tooth and nail back into this game here. They're getting there slowly. Slowly but surely on the CT side. Look at this play here from Nekis. Barreling through multiple different smokes. Oh, one way on that right side, but Mistim does seem to be ready for this.
You dirty dog. Do you do it? Round changing pick again. They all put bullets to the smoke. Smoke's gonna fade. Mr. holding the line, but they line up for him. Necky's that's such a huge double and even triples up. Bomb drop. Can't get the Molotov up, but he does not care. Walks away with a hat trick. This is the investment that ATK threw out. This was their all or nothing. And they're not even looking to shape up for a bomb plant right now. That would mean Pain can elevate to 13 rounds.
This one feels a bit doomed here from the beginning. Neck is finding that has put them in such a dire straits. Swisher and Fady have to pull things back, but Hardstyle is going to play this angle, catches that information, and is going to call in for support here. Call in rotation, flashes are buying valuable time, and they cannot get past this wall of smokes and mollies that are being thrown in, the utility bombing on in as well. For the Swisher side of things, and maybe that can allow for site access. Swisher needs to land some shots, and he does so. Headshot angle, but Nithon has coverage, and there's 12 locked in right there. 2 now the distance.
I was worried, man. I was worried. I've seen that story too many times. Now, the gap continues to decrease and decrease. Eco taken again by ATK. And we see once again the 14-13 scoreline. Well, at least I'd assume. Unless they pull some magic out of the hat, which they almost did a couple of times. So maybe I should slow down in my speech there.
I can still make some good damage out of this. An HE.
Oh, that nade?
Gonna do some damage. It goes a little bit deep, though, and they're going to move quickly in. Hardstyle just forced to concede the site at the moment.
Yeah, it's nothing but a horde and monstrous amounts of utility. In fact, now it's going to start to benefit Pain because there's nothing left for ATK. Like, their initial gambit was just to try to do something really fast, pop the smokes in a B, get in their faces, and see if the pistols can't get the job done. But now, as you've expended it all, the stake take hasn't actually worked. You go back to this spot where the pistols become pistols against rifles and aren't really favored.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, you do get some forward positioning here. Neckus, I don't know in the jump spot. It seems like with that fall off, he has spotted something. You gotta fall off towards sandbags, and again, trend becomes true of pistols versus rifles long range.
Well, I mean, they've left Hardzell solo on B. It's like, you got big on a quick trade, but if they just go barging up 2-on-4, 2-on-5, then there's a real world where they get those kills, get the bomb down, and try to get some extra post-plant frags. Like, that's really the goal in a round like this. But I don't think ATK or their Pain Gaming are going to be too eerie to let them get that close to a round like this, or even a bomb site. Now, Bowden, 1v4 to try to deny that 13th round, but it seems like it's all too on the case, on the cards, and true. One in the deficit, Pain. Now we get to see where they work from this.
Yeah, that's a huge kill on the exit right there for Bowden. It does apply some pressure because when we talk about the round count here, if you're able to gather 15 now for ATK, you really want to apply that pressure economically. And that's exactly what, one kill can do with that CT side economy and how fragile it could be. But it all comes down to winning this, right? At least getting a bomb plant, giving yourself something to work off of in the next round here. And we'll see if Pain Gaming can shut that down. A little bit of rampant mid-aggression here. This is a bold call to make here from Big U.
That flash actually might interest him in a peek, lure him into going for this frag. Fade's given up and he's spotted a second. That's a big trade. Need gonna bounce in and miss him. Can't really afford to take that fight. Neither can Bowden, but he does it anyway. And it's a man advantage for the Brazilians. And a very important round, this big of a round. ATK can't tremble. They can't crumble under the pressure. They need to be able to bring this back. Bro, Swisher, you are playing with me right now. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna fall off.
Oof. Even sound for now, but Hardzell, that might not be true for him. He's alone, isolated on this B side in a very forward position right now. A couple of jiggles, a couple of overstayings. He could get caught off guard, but a molly thrown in towards that double stack and a really well placed smoke from Hardzell to allow for him to call in for rotations, and that is exactly what he's gonna do here.
It's so big, too, because Pain can pretty much assure that 2 or 3, rather all of the ATK members are towards B now because they spotted the op and they heard the fall off of Swisher, so there's at least 2 players here, and somebody had to boost him up. So now, the utility is going to come flying through, and the gambit's given. Pain have every bit of info in the world. It's just all about if they can or can't hold down the site, and it's already looking like they can. Op trying to spot the headshot player, which he does, and delivers on the kill with the timer starting to run low. Missed him, delivers as well. Bomb site taken. 2-on-2 retake. There's no utility to stop out this plant in time. It's going to be about how quick this flank arrives from Nython. Bowden already eager and posted up, but what a banger headshot. Could have saved the game for Pain. And Mr. decides to take it into CT spawn. I don't know if it was a lag out or what. Maybe some issues. We'll certainly probably see a tech pause coming off of this, though. They're going to try to play it a little bit slower. Completely separated. This is how you lose rounds like this. PKL clearing all of his corners. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's. You've heard the story before, but missed him. Does he know where they both come in from? It doesn't seem like he does. Nython's giving up the kill, and it's all at the PKL, who's giving it up too. Missed him, gets it all. A 1v3 clutch keeps ATK in front.
Another one for Mistum as well. What a round right there. Unbelievable closer. When you thought Nython's heroics was just enough to pull it back, but no. ATK. They deny them that opportunity. Mistum denies them. The 2 swift headshots, man. That is amazing. And look at the buy that's left Pain Gaming in. A 5-7 for PKL. The rest on these rifles, sure, but not welcoming here when your back's against the wall.
It is overtime or bust. And it seems like opening picks have not been enough for Pain Gaming to find success, at least enough for them to close down games. So, I don't really know what they have to look forward to here. Again, it is only being 2 rounds in the deficit on the CT side of Vertigo. It's not out of the question by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, I'm still worried because Pain, they're going to have to show up when the pressures hit them the most.
It's the scariest part. The fact that a couple of those big man advantage rounds haven't gone their way is a testament to how strong ATK is playing right now.
Mm-hmm. The benefit here for Payne is that if you're able to win this race, you can spot him. Oh my god, he does, and Big takes it with glee.
Ooh.
Sit down, says the Opper. Now less than a minute to work with.
Brought to the dirt. Now, Snithon, who's left to mount up a A-side defense, he spots out a lot of information. He's going to fall off the back of that. But one-way smoke thrown in towards... That's just to draw attention, though, here. As a boost is being assembled, how much can they really gather off of this?
Are they just waiting for them to make noise? No, they fall off, so they give up the play that it was
upside
going...
down.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Swisher. What have you just done to open up this round? Missed him just the same, and it almost looks like we might just be going to Mirage. Tap comes through, ensuring that nobody's over at the sandbags. Now, this isn't a retake you can consider a save on. No, you got to give it your all, and it doesn't seem like that'll be enough. And with the 2-on-4, and now in the final parts of the game, this one's all wrapped up. There's no kit, there's no utility, there's no gun in no time. ATK, again at the bitter finale, are able to close it down. Missed him with a 4K. He's been quiet all day, so to show up here